I said sales are off the charts for Blackwell, and Nvidia GPUs in the cloud are sold out.
So in this video, I have an urgent price target warning. We're going to go through 25, 26, all these years over here. We're going to cover where do I think the stock price is actually going to be, the good, the bad, and the ugly, because there's one thing that if it does happen, this stock is going to crash, and it's going to crash very hard. You can see in my account this morning, we are up $31,000. We are capitalizing on what's happening in this market right now. We had a little bit of volatility, but we're making money because of that. We use that to our advantage. Now, if we head over to a 5-year chart, let's just take a look at how much this stock actually ran up in the last 5 years. 5 years, the stock is up 1,300%, which is like absolutely bonkers. And then since the Liberation Day tariff dip, like, geez, this stock is on an absolute tear, up 105%. And I'm sure you're just like most people where you're like, how much higher can this stock really go? Like, dude, it's up 1,300% in 5 years. In my opinion, it could go up like a lot more. So I do want to show you this one chart here really quick of the 1 month, just to show you the dip that we're on and how far it actually fell from all-time highs. So if we go to there, 1 month chart. So if we take it from here to where we're at right now, we're down roughly 7.75% from all-time highs, but this total dip that we had from peak to trough was roughly 15%. So a nice little pullback on Nvidia, and it was a buying zone right here in my opinion, but maybe it's not a buy zone right now. Maybe the earnings that they just reported was not good enough. Maybe it was good enough. We're going to dive through it step by step. I'm going to give you exact price targets year by year. I'm going to show you the math. I'm going to show you how I came up to the number in a very simple way that you could understand, because like the way that I evaluate companies, I'm not saying it's very difficult to do. I'm just saying that, I've done this thousands of times. It's pretty easy for me to do it now. So if we flip over to Gainify, we could see that, first thing before I even dive into this, Nvidia's calendar year versus their fiscal year is basically like almost a year off. So it does get a little bit confusing. Like if I just flip this over to quarterly, you could see that they just reported Q3 of 2026. So it's literally like a whole year off. It gets very confusing. So when we look at these dates right here, understand that this is for when they're actually reporting, not for the actual calendar year. I just want to make that very clear up front. Okay, so if we look at this, they just reported Q3 2026 earnings, and it was honestly like a blowout, in my opinion. It was like very, very, very bullish. And you can see that projections for earnings per share are pretty much going up and to the right for the next couple years. I do think it's going to look like this, but I think the numbers are actually going to be even better. And to build a thesis around that, I'm going to show you inside my Discord a little bit here, and we're also going to comb through the actual earnings report. And a couple key things that I want to talk about here is going to be the non-GAAP numbers, where you could see that earnings per share, they just reported $1.30. And 1 year ago, it was 81 cents, which that equates to 60% year over year earnings per share growth. On top of that, revenue reported was $57 billion versus $35 billion same quarter last year, up 62% year over year. Like these are absolutely bonkers numbers. Like these are like completely off the charts numbers right here. Quarter to quarter revenue growth was 22%, and then quarter to quarter earnings per share growth was 24%. Like these numbers, guys, trust me, this is like off the charts. So just by looking at this, it's like, okay, Nvidia reported good, they have good numbers, but is the stock fundamentally overvalued? Well, let's take a look at that. If we head over to my Discord and we take a look right here, these are the last 4 quarters that they just reported. So when you add up those trailing earnings per share, that's going to come out to $4.20. And when you divide 420 by the current share price of 192, you're coming out to a PE ratio of roughly 45 trailing, which in my opinion is very, very reasonable for this amount of growth that you're getting right here. 60% top and bottom line growth, like that is insanity. And on top of that, you're getting all this growth at a time that the stock is only up roughly 32% in the last year. So if we flip back over here and we go to valuation, you're going to see that on balance in the last 1 year, that the price earnings ratio level is actually contracting. It's going down. I know it's not like a very smooth down, but it's going from roughly 51 to now to a level of 41, because the stock is going up less than what the earnings per share is actually going up, which is a very, very bullish thing. That's also going to be correlated over here on the PEG ratio, which basically just shows you how much the stock goes up versus how much the earnings per share goes up. So you can see that, again, it's not very clean, but we had a PEG ratio starting out at 1.4, and now our PEG ratio is 1.2. So this indicates that, again, earnings per share is growing faster than what the actual stock is going up. So that is very bullish for the company because, again, the number one thing that moves the price of a company in the long term, hands down, is what the earnings per share and what the profits do. So if the profits go up, the stock is going to go up too. So it's honestly no surprise that if we flip this back to a 5-year chart, that the stock is up so much. It's up 1,300%, because guess what else went up roughly 1,300%? It's going to be earnings per share. So just because the stock is at all-time highs, again, it doesn't mean it's a sell. It doesn't mean it's a bubble. It just means that it's justified if profits go up with it. Okay, so we're going to get into price targets, and I'm going to go for 2025 first, and then we're going to go into the one thing that could crash the stock, and then we'll do a couple more years here just to give you guys a gauge of where I think the stock is actually going to go, and then some ideas of plays that you could potentially make on Nvidia, because I am very bullish this company in the long term. But in the short term, there could be something that could actually crash the stock, and there could be something that could cause a lot of volatility that we're going to talk about in 1 second here. Okay, so if we go back to Discord, let's keep this very simple. So for the end of year 2025, so I just want to make this very clear and not confuse anybody here. These are the quarters and years that they're actually reporting in for their fiscal year. So again, like it's Q3 of 2025 right now, not Q3 of 2026. They're just a year ahead. So when we look over here on the left, this is going to be calendar year. So basically like in a month from right now, where do I think Nvidia is going to be? That's going to be what this price target is right here. 2026, literally the end of 2026, 13 months from right now. Where do I think the price is going to be? That's what it's going to be. Okay, so trailing 12 months earnings per share is roughly $4.20. But again, we have one more quarter right here. And you can see that earnings per share is growing roughly 15% per quarter because it's doing 60% year over year. Just divide it by 4, you come out to 15%. I do think it's a little bit better than 15% how it's going to be, but let's just go with 15%. If we add 15% sequential growth on top of the $1.30 right here, we could basically come out to an earnings per share for Q4 2026 of roughly 20 cents higher than what this is right here. So we're just going to call this $1.50 of earnings per share. So $1.50 would be right here. $1.50 is 61 cents higher than this quarter right here. So if we just add 60 cents on top of this 420, we're going to come out to 2025 earnings per share of roughly $4.80. I know that might seem a little bit confusing, and yeah, I could have did the math a little bit easier, but I'm basically just dropping this quarter, and then I'm going to add in a quarter that's to come so that we could get the total earnings per share for 2025 calendar year. So if we come out to an earnings per share of roughly $4.80, we then have to multiply that by a reasonable price earnings ratio level to figure out where we think the stock could be by the end of 2025. Now, the key thing here is like, what price earnings ratio level do we choose? Right now, Nvidia is trading at 45 for a PE ratio. I think that's going to be reasonable for 2025. So if we take $4.80 and we multiply that by a PE ratio of 45, we could get to a price target by the end of 2025 of roughly $216 per share. Now, I'm not saying it's guaranteed to be that. This is, of course, not financial advice, but this is how the math works. At a 45 PE ratio, at $4.80 earnings per share, it is extremely likely and extremely on the table that we could have a price target somewhere in this range right here. To build into the bullish thesis here really quick, and then I'll give my 2026 price target, we do have to go through the one thing that could kind of like crash the entire stock and take all this off the table and kind of just like screw everything. And I don't think this is an immediate threat to the stock, but it will be a threat to the stock in 26 and 27. And it's this part about my breakdown right here on the Discord. And honestly, like this could be really, really bad, to be completely honest with you. Let me just make this very simple. Right now, Nvidia is basically helping supply all these data centers with compute capabilities to train all these AI models. So training a model basically just means like we're going to feed it the encyclopedia, we're going to feed it the dictionary, we're going to feed it all these books, and it's going to learn from those books and be able to regurgitate that information. So there's a lot of compute needed for the training build out right now. But I feel like the training build out is going to slow down in roughly 2 years, so somewhere around like 2027-ish. When that slows down, that could put pressure on Nvidia. That means less top line growth, less earnings per share growth. And if that stuff does slow down, that could cause downside in the stock. Now, here's the thing. As training starts to slow down, inference is going to start to pick up. But if it does not ramp up, Nvidia is just kind of going to be this company that builds out all these data centers, but then once it's all built out, their growth is going to slow substantially. So think of inference as basically all those power stations that we're building right now. Inference is basically like the raw material, like the coal that we use to put into the burners to generate electricity. You need that electricity to power ChatGPT, Grok, Perplexity, Gemini, all these AI models, all these agents, all these things that just require compute and inference. That is what the next stage is going to be. So if you believe in ChatGPT and all these things, and you think that AI is going to be bigger, better, more important in the future, Nvidia is going to be fine. But if you don't think that's the future and you don't think that really AI is that important, which I think it is important, then you probably shouldn't buy the stock because again, like the growth is going to be really good for the next couple years, but it will slow down on the inference side if you don't believe in that stuff. So in my opinion, like AI is kind of like an iPhone right now. Like I can live without my iPhone, but I sure as heck don't want to. And as AI gets better year after year after year, I do think it's going to make it substantially harder to live without it. And with that being said, I do think that inference needs are going to go up by quite a bit. But again, if you don't believe in that stuff, then you probably shouldn't buy the stock. Okay, let's go into one more bullish thesis right here, which is like probably the most bullish part of the entire report. And then I'll give you my 2026 price prediction right here. And I don't really think that many people notice this on the earnings report, but this is like extremely, extremely bullish right here. Okay, so Q3 gross margin came in at 73.6%. That is up from 72.7% last quarter. And the fact that we're even talking about margins in the range of 70%, like that is complete insanity. Like most companies are happy with 20%. We're talking about 73.6%, which again, that is very good. But on top of that, everyone's worried about chip demand going down. They're worried about data center build out slowing down, whatever it may be. The fact that they increased their margins quarter to quarter tells us that they have more pricing power, they have more of a moat, and they have extremely strong demand. Because if they didn't have that stuff, they would not be able to increase their profit margins quarter to quarter. On top of that, their Q4 revenue guide, they implied $65 billion of revenue. They just reported $57 billion of revenue. So by this guide right here, that is implying a revenue growth of 67% year over year. And we just reported 62% revenue growth year over year. So again, that is accelerating. That is very, very good. And the third thing on top of that, they are guiding for Q4 their gross margins of roughly 74.9%, up again from the quarter that we just reported. Like, guys, this stuff, it's very, very bullish. Like, I don't ever like to get emotional with an investment. And I broke down like thousands of companies in Discord. I read thousands of reports. I listened to thousands of earnings calls. I haven't seen a good one like this in quite a while. So, with that being said, let's go into our 2026 price target here. So, what are we going to use for a growth rate? Like, what are we going to say the earnings per share is going to grow at year over year? I did some stuff in Discord right here where I basically say what it could be, but I want to be a little bit more conservative and take a look at my intrinsic value calculator that I have in Discord for people to use. We're going to go with a growth rate of 45%. I do think it's going to be better, but I want to be a little bit more conservative. So all we're going to do is take $4.80 and we're going to multiply that by 1.45 and we're going to come out to earnings per share of $6.96. So now if we take that $6.96 and we multiply it by a PE ratio, we're going to come out to our price target for 2026. Now, I'm not going to go with a PE ratio of 45 because there's a lot of things that could happen to this company again that could cause the growth to slow down a little bit. So I want to be a little bit more conservative and I'm going to go with a PE ratio of 42. And when I hit equals, you can see that we're close to $300 by the end of 2026 for my price target. Now again, that is very bullish. The stock has a lot of potential upside, but I want to say this very quick. The valuations in the overall market are a little bit hot right now. The S&P and the NASDAQ, they're hot. If those indices correct lower, the whole market's going to go down with it. So Nvidia is going to go down with it, whether we think it's a buy or not. Nvidia will go down with that. So if you want to buy this company, you have to extend your time horizon a little bit, or just accept that we're going to have a lot of volatility. Now for my price targets for 2027 and beyond, and the exact trades that I'm making on Nvidia, click the link below, come into my Discord. This is a video waiting for you right there in Discord, basically showing you what I think the prices are going to be at. And of course, all my trades, you can see all this stuff in real time in there. And on top of that, you get my 10-day stocks and options complete transformation training system, where you're going to learn the system of how to do this stuff in the right way. So click the link below, come into that, and watch this video right here for my next price target on a very big company. I'll see you guys later.